where division rivals will clash in the AFC South. It's the reigning AFC champs and the Jags on Monday Night Prime Time.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native. At quarterback, it's Baker Mayfield.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. He'll get this off to Etienne. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Mayfield now. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go play action. Young. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. It's Young off play action. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. Robinson takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 20 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run here with Robinson. Shrugs him off. And he's got room. Stiff arm number 2. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big pickup there on the run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run it now with Robinson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mayfield under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point splits the uprights.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
7-7, our score after 1.
Let's go!
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Young. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On play action, Young. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Young off the play fake. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. On 3rd down, Streets. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Wiggles free. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Robinson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Mayfield. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, Mayfield.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
Still going. They can't stop him. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another 1st down at the Colts 21. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield with it once more. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked off inside the 5. Then he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play fake, now Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more.
And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Young. This one complete to Ingram. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Colts to take over. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Young. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he'll go. Shy of the 40 at the 41. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They'll run on 1st down. Streets. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
A
lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they'll run again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw caught by Higgins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And again, it's Mayfield.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews.
And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And they'll run with ETN.
Oh, a good move at the... And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Travis Etienne
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
On 1st and 10, Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Sherman. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back now in Jacksonville. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, Streets. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Taken at about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
To throw, Mayfield.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened.
They'll run on 1st down. Streets. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Streets. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right?
And now off to the races down the right side. Sheds off the tackle, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll keep it on the ground. Streets. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And Young's going to throw it here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 1st down, Streets. And he's taken down inside the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 1st down, Young. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.